Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, members of the Horasis community, welcome to the 2025 Horasis India Meeting here in Singapore. And friends, it's nice to be back to school. We're in a wonderful location here at the Global Schools Group in Singapore, which is a wonderful institution. You've seen it's a digital campus. When I came here a few days ago, actually a lot of young kids were running around, and maybe take on the spirit now again as young kids to learn, to be educated, but also to give back as we are entering this Horasis India meeting. So my thanks go again to the Global Schools Foundation for hosting us, but also to the Confederation of Indian Industry, CII, collaborating with Horasis for the last 15 years and always bring an important delegation to the various venues around the world. This year's meeting, ladies and gentlemen, takes place at a remarkable moment in history. India has emerged as a new engine of globalization. With its dynamic digital economy, expanding manufacturing capabilities, deep well of entrepreneurial talent, and a diaspora driving innovation across continents, India is shaping the economic narrative of the 21st century. India's rise is not only about scale, it's also about confidence, capability, and a profound sense of global responsibility. It's about offering new pathways for growth and new ideas for how nations can prosper while remain open, interconnected, and collaborative. But the world around is also changing rapidly. Fragmentation is rising, supply chains are being reconfigured, and there are also, of course, geopolitical tensions, testing the resilience of open markets. And in these times, gathering like the one we are having here today are more important than ever. So, friends, we are here today because dialogue matters. We are here today because partnership matters, because collaboration is not a luxury, it's a foundation of progress. I invite you to fully engage, challenge assumptions, build new relationships, make new friendships, and imagine possibilities together. Let us make these 2 days a celebration of dialogue, a reaffirmation of collaboration, and a commitment to a more hopeful future. So thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful Horasis India meeting. And I would like to thank again the Global Schools Foundation, the Confederation of Industry, as well as our 3 partners, the India SME Forum, the Petra Group, and TCS. Let me now call on the visionary Atul Temurnikar, the chairman of the Global School Foundation. Atul, please join us.
A very warm welcome to all of you at this beautiful, I call it a mini convention center, which is built within an international school. Thank you, Frank. It's been really great to have the Horasis India Forum here. And to just give you an idea, I am the co-founder and chairman of the Global Schools, which has several 64 plus international schools around the world. And I'm sure we are touching schools to your countries through our schools. It's also my great pleasure to welcome you all for this very first Singapore conference of Horasis, and we are really very glad to have this here. Singapore, as you know, is a multicultural hub, a smart nation, which is trusted by global businesses, and a fitting venue for this forum's first edition of Singapore conference for a forward-looking thinking and a dialogue on global progress. This year, we are also celebrating in Singapore SG60. It stands for Singapore 60 years anniversary. And this as a birth as a nation. So as a nation and leader in innovation, diplomacy, and economic development, Singapore offers an ideal setting to examine global developments in today's volatile geopolitical environment and how India and Singapore can collaborate to build a more resilient and prosperous future. We are located very close to what is called as Singapore's latest digital district, or the Punggol Digital District, which is going to have all the best companies from around the world in the area of cyber and digital. So thank you, Frank, for thinking about Singapore, for bestowing the honor of hosting the Horasis India Conference at the Quantum Convention Center of Global Schools. Now, this was also primarily envisaged as a mini conference center for communities, because we do work with a lot of communities, with organizations, with nonprofits. So we thought this could be a great idea to extend to them so that they can carry out their affairs of communities through our forums. And already this has been one of the busiest forums in Singapore. This convention center has hosted some of the most iconic personalities, including recently this year, President of Singapore, President Tharman Shanmugaratnam, India's very, very popular foreign ministers, Jai Shankar, Chief Ministers of Andhra, Chandrababu Naidu, and Chief Minister of Telangana, Revant Reddy, and many other leaders. Some of our local leaders who have come and spoken this year at these venues are Piyush Gupta, who is the former CEO of DBS and now Chairman of Temasek. A bit about global schools. This was established. So these campuses that you see here, there are two campuses here in this area called Global Village. And this campus came in about 2024, and the other adjoining campus came up about 2018. So this One World International School, which is a digital campus, and rightfully so near the Punggol Digital District, and the other campus, which is the Global Indian International School, which was featured by the television channel called National Geographic as one of the future schools. And this has found a place, as I mentioned, in many papers and collaborative initiatives to be one of the most advanced and futuristic schools in Asia and Middle East. Now, coming to Horasis, this gathering fosters, as Frank said, on dialogue, on innovation, and forward-thinking collaboration. Over the years, the Horasis India Meeting, and I have attended quite a few of them, has been a synthesis of leading minds from business, governments, and civil society sectors. Over the next 1.5 days, you can look forward to a dynamic agenda filled with high-level discussions, strategic panels, fireside conversations, breakout and networking sessions. These dialogues will explore new opportunities in technology, trade, sustainability, education, entrepreneurship, and cross-border collaboration. So the insights shared and the connections that will be made here will have a lasting impact in our areas of operations, in our thinking, and also help us to shape the next chapter of India's global engagement. So on behalf of Global Schools, we are deeply grateful for all your presence, and together we begin an inspiring journey of exchange, discovery, and partnership. Your participation reflects a shared commitment to the cooperation, progress, and the pursuit of new ideas that move the region and the world forward. So thank you for being part of this Horasis India 2025, and we wish you a momentous occasion ahead. Thank you.
Thanks, Atul. Thanks so much, Atul, and you're a true visionary. And the Global Schools Foundation now, it's one of the largest networks of schools in the world, right? And not only in India and in Asia, but all around the world. Yeah, and we'll learn more, of course, in the next 2 days. Let me now call on the leader of the CI delegation, Murali Gannamani, who is the CEO of Fluentgrid, coming from Vizag. Please, Murali, join us on the stage.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and I can tell you it's such a great pleasure and truly an honor to be standing here at this very convention center where some of the great leaders which Mr. Atul had just spoken about had earlier shared their great thoughts. And I should thank Dr. Frank Richter and Mr. Temurnikar in opening this Horasis India Meeting 2025 in this very vibrant OS digital campus. And you could see, it's so inspiring to know about the background. I think this is truly a visionary to create something like this. And I can say that today this gathering reflects the spirit of partnership that defines the India and the Singapore relationship, and a partnership rooted in deep trust, collaboration, and a shared belief in the power of innovation to shape a better world for all of us. And as we embark on 2 days of rich dialogue, I'm confident that our ideas that we exchange and the relationships will truly strengthen and contribute meaningfully to a more inclusive, sustainable, and interconnected global future. And with great optimism and collective purpose, I'm truly delighted to be here today. And in the interest of time, and not to not to be repetitive of what I think Frank had said the context very beautifully, and I would like to keep it very short. But I have to say that today we are meeting at a momentum, or rather at a moment when the world is being reshaped by geopolitical realignments with this lot of confusion or uncertainties around. And there is a lot of technological acceleration. The AI is truly disruptive. It's changing everything we do, the way we think, even the way we live and work. The climate transition, and of course there is a renewed urgency for resilient and inclusive growth. So amid these shifts, India's expanding global role is not just a story of economic momentum, like Frank had mentioned. It is a story of scale, a stability, and truly of partnership. And I'm very optimistic that this is going to be a very engaging and very fruitful event. And I have to thank Horasis and CII, of course, and our esteemed co-hosts for creating this beautiful platform, and very effective and powerful platform, I have to say. And I look forward to a rich dialogue today and to the collaboration that will emerge from these 2 days discussion. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thanks so much, Murali. And maybe just stay on the stage, and Atul join as well. Now we're moving to a very traditional element, the ribbon cutting. And you have seen, actually, there's no ribbon on the stage. Actually, it's a virtual ribbon cutting. So at the end, I think we have to cut the air, but with a lot of joy. And let me call on a few more friends on the stage. Sushma and Vinod of the India SME Forum, would you like to join us? Do I see Vinod Sekar of the Petra Group already here? And Girish Ramachandran of TCS. Maybe Rajiv and Nito, would you like to join us on the stage? They are both actually coming to Horasis from the very beginning, I think more than 15 years now. Please join us on the stage. And where do I see Charlene and Vijay? Charlene, where are you? The Women's Forum. They just left the room. But let's do then the ribbon cutting right now. Let's go like one line here with a bit of imagination. Maybe Rajiv, you are the one who did it so many times. One, two, three. Cutting. So now, friends, we are going to work. We go to the 7th floor for the first round of sessions. So please just follow us to the 7th floor. You can take your coffee, you can take your tea, and have a good working sessions in the next 90 minutes.